Windrush Day, 22nd of June 2022, will be a day to remember. A day when we finally got recognition with our Windrush Monument, a national Windrush Monument. That monument carries so much emotion, so much pain, so much rejection, so much injustice, so much anger that we feel. But also, it's an uplifting symbolism to where we're going. It's a monument that's going to make us feel that there is hope. Hope which is important to our children. Each and every child as they grow up need to feel that they have hope. And that goes to children of all cultures, all backgrounds. And many Caribbean children, third, fourth generation in this country at the moment, don't know who they are, don't feel as if they belong, don't feel they're part of the bigger picture. This monument will help them to recognize their history. This monument is there for them to celebrate, to feel proud about who they are. I wrote a book called Coming to England in 1995, which is now on the reading list in schools. But I also made it into a picture book for 4 to 7-year-olds. And they're now talking about Trinidad, where I came from. They're talking about the Caribbean. They're talking about Windrush, the Windrush story. When I came to England, they said to me in 1960, "What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Where are you from?" Children now know about where we Caribbean people are from. They're saying to me, little children are saying to me, "I want to be you, Floella, when I grow up. I want to go and live in the Caribbean. I want to be Caribbean." Who would have thought? Who would have thought? And that's what the monument is all about. It's to make us feel great about who we are as Caribbean people. It's full of pain, as I said, but it's full of optimism and hope and celebration. We can't look back at the past and keep thinking that's all we're worth. We mustn't be defined by the wrongs which have to be righted, about the injustice that has to be served. The injustice that needs to be served. What we have to be defined with is showing pride, dignity, resilience, compassion, and love for ourselves. We've got to look in the mirror every day of our lives and like the person that we are. And our children have to do that too. When I see black children killing one another, I say to them, "What are you doing? You're doing what your slave masters did to your ancestors. Don't do that. Be proud of who you are." And this is what the monument will help them do. If they don't know who they are, they don't feel as if they belong, how can they feel they can go forward? That's what I want to see happening with this monument, to see change. And I had a fantastic Windrush Commemoration Committee, especially my deputy, Paulette Simpson. Paulette, where are you? Paulette Simpson, she is absolutely amazing. She helped organize the day that we're going to have here at the South Bank. We would speak to each other midnight, after midnight, organizing everything, arranging everything. I have one of my committee members here, co-op members, Steve Acorn. Steve, stand up. He's an engineer. Please give him a big hand. I have another co-op member, Keith Taylor. Stand up, Keith. Keith Taylor. It was Keith's idea. He came up, we were in the office, we worked together in the House of Lords, and he came up with the idea. He said, when we were looking for where to put the monument, we looked all over London, we looked at Brixton, we looked at Notting Hill, we looked at the South Bank, we looked everywhere. And suddenly he said, why not put it at Waterloo Station? So I wrote to the Chief Executive of Waterloo Station, and he said yes. It was Waterloo Station, as I said this morning, thousands upon thousands of people came from Southampton on that boat train to Waterloo Station, including myself, with my little grip, 10-year-old girl looking around. Wow, where am I? Where am I? I'm in England, what was supposed to be the land of hope and glory, but it wasn't like that. I had to face so many adversities, so many rejections. But my mum told me education was your passport to life. To stand tall, believe in who you are. And every day she told my 5 brothers and sisters and myself, I love you. And that's what we've got to tell our children, that we love them. I love you. And when you feel love, love is everything. Love, there's no holding back when you know who you are. When people, I used to fight every day for the first 4 years of my life when I came to Britain, because I never knew who was going to spit at me, who was going to call me names, which grown man would lift up his skirt and say, where's your tail, monkey? I never knew where it was going to happen. So I used to fight, and I never lost a fight. Floella was a fighter. But one day, at the age of 14, I had what I call my first spiritual moment. And I was fighting with a boy. And suddenly, I heard a voice. And the voice said, Floella, Floella, what are you doing? Because of this boy's prejudices, his ignorance, his stupidity, you're going to get yourself into trouble, Floella. Stop it, stop it. You know who you are. You know your mommy and your daddy loves you. Start loving yourself the same way, Floella. You can't change the color of his skin. And if he has a problem with the color of your skin, then it's his problem, not yours. Start believing in who you are. And that's the day I stopped fighting with my fist. I started fighting with my brain. That's the day I learned to smile, because winners smile. And my smile is my armor. No one can penetrate this smile. And so I say to other people, whenever I do a talk, I say to them, remember my 3 C's. Consideration, to treat people with respect and empathy. Contentment, to be happy with what you have at that given time, because what's right for you will come. And every disappointment is an appointment with something better. And everything happens for a reason. And the 3rd C is C for confidence, to be a decent human being, to like the person that you are, and to be able to love and to give unconditionally. But you need courage. You also need courage to wrap up your 3 C's. For there are many people who stood by and watched what happened to us back in those Windrush days, early Windrush days, who did nothing. Now, since Black Lives Matters, now they're having the courage to stand up and say, enough's enough. We will keep on speaking out, and that's what's making the difference. And I want you all to learn to smile. And remember this song. Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by if you smile through your fear and sorrow. Smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on smiling. Smile, what's the use of crying? You find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Thank you all very much. If you smile, they never know how you're feeling, and you know you're a winner. So go all the way and win, win, win. And remember, wherever you go, and whatever happens to you, there is always, always somebody who loves you. And that's me, Floella. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Baroness Floella.